Hello everybody, welcome to this verbling class with me, Teacher Amy. The topic of class today is things that I wish I'd been told when I was 18. So we're not going to use this literally because some of you may be 18 or under. Some of you may not even be 18 yet. But the whole topic really is things that are important about life that you wish somebody had shared with you, or perhaps that you are hoping to share with people who are in your life. So really important things or advice or ways of living that can help other people or that have helped you and that you wish you'd known earlier perhaps. We've got a great article to help us along with this in case you have no ideas, but I'm sure that you will have ideas because I think there's always something that we've learned in our lives that has helped us that we could share with somebody else. So while we wait for our students to arrive, let me reiterate, it's a speaking class. We're going to have lots of practice, a little bit of reading, some speaking too. So do come on and join us to practice your reading, your pronunciation. We'll learn some vocab and you'll get some speaking practice as well. If you would like to check out these two pages that I'm now pasting in the chat box, you can see my Facebook page and my Verbling Teacher page, both there. If you're interested in finding out more about me, go to my Verbling Teacher page where you'll see upcoming classes and tutoring sessions, and you can also write me a message. And if you want to keep in touch informally and keep your eye on English as you go through the week, then Facebook is a great way to do that, so do visit my Facebook page as well. Let's see who we've got to talk about 18 things, or maybe not 18. I don't think we're going to get through very many today, but we'll do our best. You wish somebody had told you about life. So, Maori, how are you doing?
Hey teacher, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. How's lovely Mexico at the moment?
My life in Mexico it's very good. Today, for example, I have a lot of activities in my job, but I have finished them. So yes, I'm okay.
Excellent. Good to hear that. I'm glad. What time is it over there?
7 p.m.
All right, that's a very respectable hour for learning English, shall I say. All right, well, welcome to the class,
Yes.
Mary. It's good to have you. Who else do we have? We have Carlos. Hello, Carlos.
Hello, teacher. How are you doing?
I'm great. Have we met before?
Oh no, it's my first time at your class.
Ah, good. I was just hoping that because I didn't remember you, and you have a very cool picture. What's that? Where are you standing?
Oh, I don't remember exactly, but oh yeah, I think it's our neighbor. It's very high in Rio de Janeiro.
Is that
Santa
where you
Marta.
live?
Santa Marta.
All right. Are you from Rio de Janeiro, or were you just visiting?
No, just listen. I live in Amazon in a state called Pará. Is in the pretty north of the country.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I've always found the Amazon fascinating. I would love to go there one day.
Oh, definitely is.
All right, well, it's lovely to meet you, Carlos. Welcome to the class.
My pleasure.
And who else do we have here? We have Regio. I might be saying that horribly wrong.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how do I say your name?
Well.
Oh, okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil too.
All right, and which part of Brazil? Are you in the same place as Carlos or another place?
No, I'm in Brasilia, the capital of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is it a nice capital?
What?
Is
Sorry?
it a nice capital city, do you think?
Yes, it's a great city. I like to live in here.
What's the best thing about living there, according to you?
Well, maybe the life coast. I like the people, like the weather. In general, is a lovely place to live.
It sounds amazing. It sounds like the perfect place to live.
Perfect, no, but it's very good.
All right. Well, welcome to the class. Nice to meet you, Regio. And guys, we're going to be talking about Well, why don't you take a look for yourself? The link is there in the chat box. I'll do a screen share, and we'll start off by practicing a little bit of reading just to get us through the introduction. We're not going to sign in. Oh, get rid of this. No, go away. How do I get rid of you? Sorry, guys. I do not want to share you. Let me just try again. There we go. Okay. So, all right, we're going to get you to read for us first, if you wouldn't mind, Amari. We've got the title here. If you could read that one out for us.
Okay, 18. Things I wish someone told me when I was 18.
All right. Is there anything that springs to mind when you read this title, Amari?
Sorry, teacher, could you repeat?
Yes, what I wanted to know is there anything that pops into your head when you read this title, like, oh yeah, I really wish someone had told me blah, blah, blah when I was a bit younger?
I didn't remember very well, teacher. Maybe I wished to be a doctor or something like that, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's something that you had a wish for yourself, right?
Yes,
Like
all right.
a career choice. Is that what you mean?
No. I changed because I learned to love about the technologies. So my career is from engineer software about software something, computer sciences.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to be discussing, guys, today is things that we wish we had known. We wish we had known, or that we wish we had been told by somebody when we were younger. So perhaps it's something that you've discovered for yourself, or maybe somebody's told you, and you've had the experience that it makes your life easier, or it makes your life better in some way. And you could say, if only I had known about this before, maybe my life wouldn't have been so blah, blah, blah. So that's the kind of topic for today. You'll get a better idea of it as we read. Let's ask Amari to continue for us, Amari, from this morning.
Okay, teacher. This morning I was reading a book at my favorite beachside coffee shop when an 18-year-old kid sat down next to me and said, "That's great, really, ain't it?" So we started chatting. He told me he was getting ready to graduate from high school in a couple of weeks and then immediately starting his college career in the fall. Career in the fall. But I have no clue what I want to do with my life. He said, "Right now I am just going with the flow." And then, with eager, honest eyes, he began asking me one question after the next. I continue?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do for a living? When and how did you decide what you wanted to do? Why did you do this? Why didn't you do that? Is there anything you wish you had done differently? Etc., etc., etc.
Thanks, Amari. Well done. Great
Welcome.
reading. Don't forget, this word is college.
College. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, teacher.
perfect. No worries. All right, so this is an introduction, guys, to the topic. I just want to say hello to Kako. How are you, Kako?
Hello, Amy.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
How are you?
I'm fine.
We're just reading. We've just started reading, Kako, so perhaps you can catch up. We're talking about things that we wish we had known when we were younger today. Things that maybe could have helped us with our lives. So what I want to do, guys, we've read the introduction. I just want to, if you don't mind, ask you roughly how old you are. Are you 18? Are you middle-aged? Are you younger or older? So that we can get an idea of that. Do you think you'll be offended? Amari, would you mind telling me how old you are?
I am 26.
26. Kako?
49.
Thank you. If you don't want to answer, I totally understand, but it will be helpful. Carlos, how old are you?
Oh, 37.
Thank you. And Regia?
29.
All right, so that's good. We're all well over 18. And what we really want to be talking about is thinking, like, if you had had some advice when you were leaving school, it doesn't have to be 18. Maybe it's just that period of transition in your life when everything changes. Are there things that you wish you had known? So I'm going to ask Kako. Is there anything you wish you had known back then, Kako?
Can you repeat, teacher, please?
Sure. I know that this is a difficult verb tense, right? So things, I'm going to type this into the chat box. We wish we had known earlier. So what I mean for it, I'll give you an example from my life, right? When I was younger, for example, mostly when I was leaving school, I thought about I needed to get a good job because I wanted to earn enough money. But what I've realized since then is that actually money is not really very important to happiness, in my life at least. And I'm much happier doing things with my day that are meaningful than I am if I was earning a lot of money but doing something really boring. And it's taken me quite a long time to figure that out. And if someone had sat me down when I was 18 and said, look, Amy, I think that you're the type of person who would benefit more from a meaningful job. Why don't you consider that? I might have had an easier road. So one of my things I'd wish I'd known earlier probably would be something along the lines of meaningful work is more valuable than money, maybe. Which might sound obvious, but I think maybe when I left school, because I hadn't always had a lot of money, I figured it was quite important, and I maybe I went in the wrong direction, perhaps. So have a think about that. I'm just going to say hello to Helena.
Hi.
Hello. Is it Helena or Helena?
It's Elena, in fact.
Okay, Elena, where are you from?
Yeah. I'm from Brazil.
All right, welcome, another lovely Brazilian. Welcome to the class, Elena. We're talking about things that we wish we'd known when we were younger today.
Sure, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Teacher?
Yes?
Okay. Okay. I think my connection is not so good. Okay, that's good.
All right. All right, guys, so would anyone like to share anything with us of something that they wish they had known when they were a bit younger? Kako, do you understand what I mean now?
Yes, teacher.
Can you think of anything that would have helped you?
I wish I had a better professional orientation when I was 18.
All right, and why do you wish that?
Because as I studied in a university in full time.
Yeah.
I think I lost time that I could better use combining studying with working.
And have you ever come across anybody, Kako, in your life that is young and similar to you that you have shared this feeling with, or maybe put them on the right path?
Yes. I had the opportunity of studying in a good university,
Mhm.
in a little town,
Mhm.
but around the university there were there were only a few opportunity of working.
Yep.
Then people then graduated people had to move to bigger cities
Mhm.
to develop themselves professionally, and with me it was not different.
Mhm.
Maybe if I had chosen if I had choose
If you had
I
chosen, is correct. If
if
you
I
had
had
chosen.
chosen a university in a bigger city,
Mhm.
I would I would have I would have had best professional opportunities.
Well
Maybe.
done, Kako. Excellent usage of tenses. I know this is a tricky one. Part of the purpose of this class is to practice. So well done for introducing that. I've just written the little hint in the chat box that we're using the past perfect tense. So if you're thinking about something back in the past, we tend to use this tense for this type of thing. So I wish I had done, had found out, had chosen, or if I had known, I would have had more success, for example. So have a check out if you get stuck with the tenses. All right, I'm going to ask if anybody else would like to share anything with us, something that they wish they had known at a younger age. Does anyone have anything else to share? No? All right, we're going to continue reading.
Sorry,
Yes?
teacher. Could you repeat that question?
Sure, sorry, Amari. What I wanted to know is Karko's just told us about his experience, that he wished he'd had a better professional orientation when he was younger. And I'm wondering, is there anything that you wish you had done when you were younger, or that you wish somebody had helped you with or told you?
Okay. No, I think when I was young,
Mhm.
I have had a good orientation with my parents
Mhm.
about the school, about the career,
Mhm.
about the life. I think I have had a good orientation. Because of this, I am studying different languages and to think in changing my mind all the time and to get more information about a lot of culture.
Mhm. What do you think was the most helpful thing about your parents and what they told you, Amari?
Mm, I think when my parents told me you needed to pay attention and dedicate your time, your all time in your career, in your studies. Because of this, you can change your life.
All
Your,
right.
for example, you needed to get more information, understand more, a lot of things, different things in general,
Mhm.
and you can change your life about uh, from this.
All right, that's very cool. Thank you for sharing that, Amari. So really, it
No
was sort
problem.
of the importance of education, right, and how it empowers you.
Yes.
Cool. That's a great one. All right. Anybody else like to share? No? All right. Keep thinking, guys. We'll come back to you. We're going to read just a bit more. Thank you for reading, Amari. I'll ask Regio if you can read from I Answered, please.
Okay, I answered his questions as best as I could. and tried to give decent advice with the time I had. And after a half-hour conversation, he thanked me in the reported ways. Continue?
Keep going, please.
Uh, but on the walk home, I realized the conversation I had with him was actually quite nostalgic for me. He reminded me of me 10 years ago, so I started thinking about his question again, and I began imagining all of the things I wish someone had told me when I was 18. Keep.
Keep going. You're doing great.
Then I took it a step further and thought about all the things I would love to tell myself if I could travel back in time to give my 18 years old self some advice about life. So, after a few cups of coffee and a couple hours of deliberation, here are 18 things I wish someone told me when I was 18.
Brilliant. Thank you. Great reading. This word here is thanked with a T sound at the end. Thanked.
Thanked.
Yeah. There you go. And also this one here, hour, has a silent H, okay?
Hour.
An hour. Yep, it doesn't have an H in it, the sound of an H, so it's pronounced exactly the same as that hour, okay?
Okay, half hour.
Yep, correct.
Thank you.
All right, so well done. We're going to read some of these guys and then we're going to see what we think of them. So, Carlos, could you read number 1 for us, please?
Sure. Number 1, commit yourself to making lots of mistakes. Mistakes teach you important lessons. The biggest mistake you can make is doing nothing because you're too scared to make a mistake. So don't hesitate. Don't doubt yourself. In life, it's really about getting a chance. It's about taking a chance. You will never be 100% sure it will work, but you can always be 100% sure doing nothing won't work. Most of the time, you just have to go for it. And no matter how it turns out, it always ends up just the way it should be. Either you succeed or you learn something. Win-win, remember. If you never act, you will never know for sure, and you will be left standing in the same spot forever.
Thank you, Carlos. What great reading. All right, so what do you guys think of this? When I read this before class, I actually really liked this particular bit here because I've never thought about this before. So the fact is that, yeah, it is like a win-win. You either succeed, but often we forget about the, we think if we're going to succeed or fail, but the fact is if you fail, it's true that you do learn something, and I think probably my life has been a result of, it's been changed much more by my mistakes than it has by my successes. So I just want to see David, what do you think about that? Do you agree with this?
Yes, I agree.
Have you had any examples in your own life that you could share with us which could, where you made a mistake but it turned out to be valuable?
Well, every time that I didn't approve in a discipline in the college, I could remade it and I learned more.
So you mean if you failed, for example, a paper or a subject,
Yes.
you ended up
Yes.
learning more? Ah, that's a good example. Because I
I
think,
told you a discipline, no, it's a subject.
yeah, a
Yes,
subject.
sorry.
No problem. You can say discipline, but usually it refers to, it's like a subject within a subject. So a discipline
Okay.
of biology or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. We have everybody here. So I'm not from Brazil, Amari. Is there anybody else who would like to share a mistake they made which really helped them in their lives? Learn something?
Depends on situation, teacher. For example, I prefer to watch it when someone is making a mistake and to learn about that. But
Mhm.
if I don't have the option or choice to do something, for
Mhm.
example, in my job, I needed to presentation my activities, my responsibilities, or something like that, my
Mhm.
activities for different people in Canada, United States, India. So I needed to put my face and I needed to make a good presentation. But I know my English is not so good, so I needed to make a lot of mistakes and to learn about it.
Yay! Thanks, Amari. That's one I was going to bring up if no one else said it, but you just said it because learning a language is basically this sort of sums it up in one go, really. You can't really learn a language unless you're committed to make mistakes. If you are too worried about it all
Yes,
the time, you never make any
yes,
progress. Do you want to add something, Regio?
Hello?
yes.
Sure. Oh, sorry, I thought it might be you who's speaking. Did someone want to add something to that?
Uh, no, no, it's okay. I was say, I believe some mistakes came for our learning process.
Mhm.
Uh, and it's better to commit some mistakes to improve our life, our way of life. It's great what uh, Mauri told.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Amari. All right, number two. Who shall I ask to read this one? I think Elena, could you read number two for us, please?
Okay. Um, find hard work you love doing. If I could offer my 18-year-old self some real career advice, I'd tell myself not to base my career choice on other people's ideas, goals, and recommendations. I'd tell myself not to pick a major because it's popular or statistically creates graduates who make the most money. I tell myself that the right career choice is based on one key point: finding hard work you love doing. As long as you remain true to yourself and follow your own interests and values, you can find success through passion. Perhaps most importantly, you won't wake up several years later working in a career field you despise, wondering, how the heck am I going to do this for the next 30 years? So, if you catch yourself working hard and loving every minute of it, don't stop. You're on something big because hard work ain't hard when you concentrate on your passions.
Thank you, Elena. That was stunning reading. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, who would like to comment on this, guys? Do we all in this room, in this virtual room, have jobs that we love doing? Is there anybody who hates their job? Well, that's good news. I'll take that silence as a yes. Let's ask David. David, what's your job, if you wouldn't mind sharing with us?
I'm a student yet.
You're still
I
a student.
study physics, yes.
And what are your plans for your career? Do you have plans?
Yes, I hope that I will finish the graduate in physics and I will be try to be a professor maybe, I don't know.
A professor of physics. What is it that you
Yes.
like about physics, David?
What?
What exactly is it that you like about physics?
What it could you change the words in the question?
Sure.
Maybe I
Um,
could understand.
sure, no problem. You're obviously a big fan of physics. You really like it, yeah?
Yes.
So what part of it do you like most? Why do you like it?
Okay. Well, in this moment, I'm studying plasma physics,
Mhm.
and I study nuclear physics in the past, and I don't know. I try to do something important. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Understand, learn something.
Mhm.
I
Great.
don't know.
Thanks, David. I've always found physics completely impossible, I have to say. I just have
Yes.
never understood it, but I can see why it can be so fascinating. I think it's probably the most interesting of the sciences, but also the most difficult, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, David, can I get you to read number 3, please?
Okay. Invest time, energy, and money in yourself every day. When you invest in yourself, you can never lose, and over time, you will change the trajectory of your life. You are simply the product of what you know. The more time, energy, and money you spend acquiring pertinent knowledge, the more control you have over your life.
Great. Beautiful reading today from everybody. Well done, guys. All right, let's ask Carlos. What do you think about this point number 3?
Oh, totally. I think the best investment you make do
Mm-hmm.
is always yourself. And when the one of the things that I would love that it'd be told when I was 18, that
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Uh, Please save your money. Don't worry about brand new fancy clothes or
Mm-hmm.
shoes, and save all your money to invest later in your education and
Mm-hmm.
learn as much as you language as you can, because that is really important in your life. Know that so simple things and stuff that people at the 18 are worried about.
Yeah, absolutely. What have you invested in particularly, Carlos, in your life? What personal things? What did you study, for example? Did you study at university?
Guess I did a lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not a lawyer nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I am a public employee,
Mm-hmm.
so I have a kind of established life, and I made a MBA.
Yeah.
That's a good investment. And in idioms, I like to learn idioms.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So
All right.
that's exactly it. That is exactly what I think to show for my kids that it's really important. There's a word that I think my parents didn't have with me in the past.
All right. Well, that's great to know, Carlos, that you're gonna impart that knowledge to your children and hopefully help them with their lives in a way that maybe your parents weren't able to do for you. That's amazingly good. All right. Let's see. We'll go on to question number 4. Not question, sorry. Topic. Regio, can you read number 4, please?
Okay. Exploring new ideas and opportunities. Your natural human fears of failure and embarrassment will sometimes stop you from trying new things. But you must rise above these fears, for your life story is simply this culmination many small, unique experience, and the more unique experience you have, the more interesting your story gets. So seek as many new life experiences as possible and be sure to share them with the people you care about. Not doing so is not living.
Great. Well done. Don't forget, when you put S's on the end of words, you need to pronounce them as another syllable. So experiences, experiences.
Experiences.
Yes, perfect. All right. Amari, what do you think of this one, number 4?
Um, yes, teacher. I think it's a good one when you explore new ideas, new opportunities in your life. For example, in my job, I have a lot of choice to get a new position, like a manager, like a director, about from different areas.
Mhm.
So, for example, I needed to study into the company and they get more courses, more. There is a mentor, something like
Mhm.
that. For
Yeah.
example, a manager uh, delivery a good orientation for you, and you can get the information, work with that, and to be better in your position and rise or get a new position there. So I think it's good when you learn something. Yes, I think I agree with that.
All right. Are you the type of person, Amari, that tends to be a bit scared of failure, or do you usually take up opportunities if they're presented to you?
Oh yes.
Which one? Are you scared, or do you take up the opportunities?
For example, afraid. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I do that, but I love the change in my life, so I don't have afraid anymore. So I need to try get new opportunities to make new ideas to tell what I am thinking. So it's a good one.
Cool. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Amari. Great news. Let's ask Carlos. Carlos, are you a type of person who is scared of new ideas and opportunities or not?
Oh, definitely. Particularly, I'd love to live abroad, even though I know I'm not a good age to try, mainly with two kids, but
Mhm,
definitely it's the one thing that I would love to do, to live
mhm,
and work abroad. As I said, I have a life of a public employee, so it's a very established life, but it's not
mm.
nothing excited. And I would say that I don't have what I do, what I'm doing, and it's kind of challenge. I don't know. I'm planning, and
Mhm.
it's something to consider in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. Never say never, Carlos. You never know what life's going to bring you.
Yeah.
All right. Kako, your turn to read number 5, please.
Okay, teacher. When sharpening your career skills, focus more on less. Think in terms of karate. A black belt seems far more impressive than a brown belt. But does a brown belt really seem any more impressive than a red belt? Probably not too much to most people. Remember that society elevates experts high onto a pedestal. Hard, hard work matters, but not into diverse directions. So, narrow your focus on learning fewer career-related skills and master them all.
Thank you,
Teacher, I have
Kako.
a question.
Sure.
What does scattered mean?
Good question. Does anybody know?
I think that, for example, when you have and he is playing with his toys and he finish his playing and then the toys are scared on the floor, for example, and you say to him, your gather your toys and put them in a box, for example.
Okay, that's great. I got the idea. Thank you.
Okay.
Teacher, are you there? I don't think so.
Teacher down? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. This already happening with you, of you?
With what? With me?
Here I think she's back.
Yes. Welcome, teacher.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be here. I don't know what happened there. It said the video call ended because of an error. I don't know what the error was, but anyway, sorry about that. And I just missed what you said, Kako. Would you mind repeating it for me?
I gave him an example, teacher.
Yes,
I said.
I got that part, but I missed the part about what you think of this point that we've just read.
Yeah, I said, for example, if you have a child and he's
Yes, no, Kako, I heard that, but just the second thing when I asked you about number 5 when it's talking about career skills, what do you think of this point that we've just read?
This point this point orientate us, give us a tip, recommending us to focus our career, to focus our skills in order to turn ourselves experts, to avoid actions in different directions, disperse, that would make us a dispersed person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Kako? Do you think this is something you've done in your life?
Yes, teacher. I think today we must be specialized in our field of job. Today there is not opportunity to people that don't make their job with high quality. Today there is not opportunity to amateurs, but only to professionals.
Teacher is not
here. Teachers.
Hey, Kako, I forgot. What is your city?
I live in Rio, Amaury.
Ah, that's great. What part of Rio?
I live in Zona Norte.
Ah, okay,
do you know Rio?
Yes, I know, but the part of Fluminense, Botafogo.
Ah, okay, Zona Sul. Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, guys, hi again. Sorry about that. I don't know, the error happened again. Still hasn't told me what the error was. Sorry, Kako, but I understood that time and I heard you. So I would like to ask David what you think. Do you agree with this as well, David? Or do you disagree?
You need to specialize in something. I think today is better than know many things.
Yeah. So you don't want to be what we say in English sometimes is a jack of all trades, master of none. I'll type that into the chat box. That's kind of an idiom. And this point is really saying that you want to avoid that. So, all right, David, could you read number 6, please?
Okay. Oh.
Teacher is not here again.
Teacher's connection is not good today.
Yeah, sometimes my the voice is cut to me, but I think it's her connection.
And do you like it? Do you like living in Mexico, Amaury?
Yes, of course. I think I never back to Brazil.
Yeah.
Welcome, teacher.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit fed up with the error. I'm sorry. Thank you, David. I'm going to have to do another screen share again. All right, number 6.
Okay. People are not mind readers. Tell them what you are thinking. People will never know how you feel unless you tell them. Your boss? Yeah, he doesn't know you are hoping for a promotion because you haven't told him yet. That cute girl you haven't talked to because you are too shy? Yeah, you guessed it. She hasn't given you the time of day simply because you haven't given her the time of day either. In life, you have to communicate with others, and often you have to open your vocal cords and speak the first words. You have to tell people what you are thinking. It is as simple as that.
Great, David. Well done. Just a note, this one is talked, so it's a T sounding ending.
Okay.
You haven't talked.
Talked.
Yeah. Does anybody know what to give the time of day is talking about? What does that mean?
Time of day is the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So if somebody doesn't give you the time of day, it means they totally ignore you. They don't give you a chance to interact with them. All right. So David, are you good at doing this? Do you communicate well or not? You're a physicist. I think you have a bad
No.
reputation of
Yeah.
communicating, right?
You are right.
Oh dear.
I
Alright,
need
so
to improve that.
you're very honest. Do you think that
Yes.
it's a true stereotype of scientists that they're not very good at communicating?
Maybe because we spend a lot of time alone studying, and
Yeah,
you became strange.
yes. The typical, long beard and crazy hair and goggles. You're not quite up to
Yeah.
those standards yet, though, David, I don't think.
Yes.
All right, let's ask Regio. Regio, are you good at communicating?
Hello. Sorry. What?
What was the question? I just want to know if are you a good communicator? We're talking about whether you're good at communicating.
I think this is a good tip.
Yeah?
Yes, the people will not to see if you don't show yourself. Maybe we need to be patient when we try to show in what we are good. One work that we make good. but we need to try to show that our competence and and to and can be okay in our work with the friends. We know the people.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is quite a good point because it's maybe something that we overlook sometimes. Just as you said, Regio, it's something you need to remember. All right, what we're going to go to... Yeah?
No, okay. Okay,
That's
that's
all
okay.
right.
Right.
So let's continue, shall we? Regio, would you like to read number 7?
Make swift decisions and take immediate action. Either you're going to take action and seize new opportunities, or someone else will first. You can't change anything or make any sort of progress by sitting back and thinking about it. Remember, there's a huge difference between knowing how to do something and actually doing it. Knowledge is basically useless without action.
Thank you. Good reading. Well done. I'll just say hello to Elise, who's just joined us. Hi, Elise.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
We're just talking about things that we wish we had known when we were younger. And we're reading a list of things from this blog and just sort of talking about whether we agree with them or not. And we've also shared some of the things in our own personal lives. So were you following what was just read there in number 7? Did you understand that? Did you understand number 7 that was just read?
Give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
I'm just talking about this one here.
Yeah, I think I understand it.
All right. What do you think about it? Do you think this is true? Is it something that you do in your own life or not?
Oh, yes, I think it's true. Because without doing it, sometimes you don't know how tough it is. Probably it's easy to, easy to think, but difficult to do.
Absolutely. And are you the type of person who is good at taking action, or do you think about things too much?
Well, I would consider myself as as a person who who likes to plan first, but it doesn't take me too long to plan it. I want to put it into practice and take actions.
Well, I think it sounds, especially when you're learning a language, this is definitely the way to go, Elise. So I can see that your English sounds very beautiful. So I believe you. All right, let's read one last one. Who would like to read? Any volunteers?
Okay, let me read. Number 8. Yeah. Okay. 8. Accept and embrace change. However good or bad a situation is now, it will change. That's the one thing you can count on. So embrace change and realize that change happens for a reason. It won't always be easy or obvious at first, but in the end, it will be worth it.
Great reading. Thanks, Elise. Okay, Carlos, what do you think about this? Are you good at accepting change, or are you resistant?
I don't know. I must confess I'm a little bit resistant, and that's exactly what you clearly can see the difference between the person who has very success in his life than others who are excellent in planning something and put all the stuff in the blueprint on your life, but they are terrible on take actions.
Yes, absolutely. And what would you say, do you feel that you need to improve at this, or do you feel quite happy with the way you are?
Actually, there's some fields of my life there I don't think, I don't hesitate and take actions. On the other hand, there's other kinds of fields that I really think and I think with myself, thought to myself, I will sleep on it, and the days are passing, and the days become months and years, and I never do that.
Carlos, you're so refreshingly honest. I have to say, I'm sure that all of us probably are the same. You know, there's some things that are much easier to deal with than others, and those difficult things we tend to procrastinate about them a little bit. I can certainly say that I'm the same as you there. But well done, everybody, for some really good speaking and some good uses of some of the trickier tenses today. Don't forget to have a quick look at the chat box before you leave in case I've written you a little message while you've been talking. But well done, congratulations, some really good speaking and some superb reading. So have a great day. If I don't see you again, I hope to see you at some point again on Verbling. Otherwise, good luck with all your studying, and I will see you later.
Thanks, Amy.
Teacher.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Amy.